Well, 2020, eh? What a year. Anyway, I have been spending most of this year up here. I don't know about you guys, but it's been one hell of a year for us all. And what can I tell you? Well, firstly, I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas and hope you're all well. But this video comes maybe not as a surprise to be telling you that this year's pretty much over and nothing's happened. I had some plans, I had some goals, I had some things I wanted to achieve, and sadly not all of them happened. In fact, probably none of them happened. So let's not be hard on ourselves. So there was a point to this video, and the point being at the moment is that I wanted to present to you some ideas of what I want to do moving forward. Now, the Neil's In video channel that I have about travel video is going to stay there as being a travel video and doing adventure stuff, but my life's changed and my rhythm of life has changed, and I don't want to associate that lifestyle with my current lifestyle because they don't quite mesh. This year, for example, has been very introspective, and I've been thinking about a lot of things, and I've been struggling with a lot of things, both economic and physical. I mean, my health hasn't been so great, and thankfully I'm still here, so I made it. But I kind of want to sort of discuss things in the future more of how to move forwards with the things you have and how to make peace with the things you have. And my future idea of what I want to do is a channel called Making Do with Neil. And that's a bit of a joke there. But the idea is I want to make do with what we have. I mean, I, for example, as a photographer, have missed out on this year's upgrades on equipment I needed. In fact, I've managed to break a camera, one of my favorite cameras. I've managed to ruin it. And now I'm making do with a camera, this one, that my mother gave me. And it's great, but it's limited. It only does 1080p. It doesn't do RAW formats. It's just a simple compact. But you look okay from here, so that should be okay. And a lot of things that I've found since living here in Portugal, there isn't an Amazon in Portugal. The local electronics stores are so overpriced. They're not high street priced, they are like super priced. They're like 4 times the price you would expect to pay in the UK for some things. Not everything. Other things are super cheap. I can buy a coffee for 60 cents. It just swings and roundabouts. And right now, working in tech and working with the stuff that I work with, and we're required to deliver excellence. And I think what we get lost in this current day is we want to deliver whatever the best technology offers you and not work on who we are and how we best work with what we have and what we know to use. Recently this year, I think I've got to thank Rob Nelson and Jonas. I can never say your name, Jonas. For doing the bio sketches. I used to draw a lot as a kid. I studied architecture and I used to love drawing, and I have no reason to draw in nowadays with a pencil. And I got all this stationery from when I was a kid, and I got my mum to send it back out to Portugal, and I've been drawing these bio sketches every Monday, and I've been really enjoying it. And it pushes me to be a bit creative, and that's really important to me. What I'm trying to achieve is a breakdown and destigmatization of making do. Try and make it a good thing instead of a bad. We often think making do is the worst case outcome, but frankly, I'm seeing it as a positive. You're not spending money. You are using what you're familiar with, and all these things can be positive. And for example, last year I discovered I had some health issues, intestinal health issues, and I had to adapt my diet. And that involved, and I love cooking, and it involved reinventing cooking for me. And that was great fun, and it's been really interesting. And what I intend to do with this new channel is try and offer some ideas on new cuisine. I'm not a master chef by any means, but I want to sort of offer some household cooking that isn't traditional, but it's not also modern. It's just healthy. And I don't want to be one of those health freaks with super waking up at 3 a.m. to go for a run. No, I just want to be like, this won't upset your stomach. It will taste good. And that's simple. I want to make do with health issues that we have to the rest of our lives. They're not always the end of the world. Not just yet, anyhow. And I also want to introduce this little guy. Hey, Charlie. Hey, guys. So this is my new ball of love I have in the house. His name's Charlie, and he's my he's my carer. Or am I his carer? I don't know. Look at this camera as well. Yeah. Anyway, so moving forwards, I want to kind of share my making do of the rest of my life. As always, these videos are more of a diary for me to look back at instead of sharing it, being narcissistic about my excellent life. It's not always good. And this guy's really bored. This channel, like I say, I've got 7 subscribers. I don't expect any of you to have found me randomly. Of those of you who are watching, please comment downstairs and let me know. I've got a lot of questions to ask, and I want to know what you think, whether these options seem interesting to you. One of them would be, so one of my ideas is I am thinking about selling some of my photography. The idea is that you can buy it online. It will be delivered to your house in any format you like that's available. So whether it's a t-shirt print, a wall print, a canvas, framed, whatever. The idea is that you get to keep something and manage to support me at the same time. I'm not a big fan of asking for money for nothing, and as you can all imagine, we're all suffering right now, but this year's been particularly tough for me. I've earned 100 British pounds this year in January, and that's how much work I've done in photography. It's been difficult. Thankfully, the UK is offering me unemployment money, but I'm not in the UK, so that's going to be very difficult to continue after Brexit. Another issue is I would like to have some autonomy and work forwards. I've never asked for money, and I don't really. So this is my idea of how to support myself moving forwards. I will try and make this channel deliberately and mindfully aimed at trying to financially support myself, and I want to try and make it as passive and as transparent as possible, where possible. Those of you watching this, please leave a comment. What do you think? Is this a good or bad idea? Do you have any suggestions? I'm welcome to take anything on board. A lot of things I'm willing to take on and discard equally as quickly. So yeah, that's me in a cupcake. Feel free to do the quick link, like, comment, and subscribe. I don't care. Thank you, and see you on the other side of 2020.